What is good, sentient microbial sex? Today I'm bringing to you the most important video I'm going to release on this channel. It's the most important video that's ever probably been released on YouTube. I don't think anyone's done this. Today we're ranking the solar system. Obviously we can't rank the whole solar system, but we've got all the planets. We've got Pluto too. We've got the sun. We've got some other moons. Some hypothetical planets. But let's just, you know what, I don't want to spoil anymore. Let's get right into it. Let's go. So Mercury. We're starting with Mercury. I don't know if this is gonna be controversial or not, but find me someone who likes Mercury and tells you it's their favorite planet. I'll show you a clown. Mercury, F tier. That's straight up. We're starting hot. We're not playing games. Mercury is just the moon, but far away. Why are we going there? I'm kidding. Before I continue into this video, all hot takes in this video. I love all the planets. Space is awesome, but all these hot takes, I'm getting them off today, so it is what it is. Deal with it. So Venus, let's get right into Venus. Venus is interesting because it's Earth's sister planet. So I mean, you've got to love your sister. Venus. I mean, on one hand, yes. I mean, they got cool high temperatures, high pressure, which is all cool because of that greenhouse effect. But then on the other hand, being a human being right now, watching the human race kill itself with carbon emissions, um, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of a it's hard to see Venus. It's like looking at yourself in the future. It's like if you got to see yourself when you were 80 and you didn't like what you saw. So Venus, because of that, it's not your fault, Venus. It's our fault. But C tier. I'm sorry. Earth. I mean, I don't want to be cliche, but we all live here. The pale blue dot. I don't know if you've ever seen that image. If you haven't, look it up. It's really cool. But Earth. I mean, we've got cool stuff like plate tectonics. We've got plate tectonics, mountains, valleys. I mean, can you? There's not too much more to say about Earth. We all live here, so I mean, but because we all live here, it can't be S tier. It's kind of boring. It's not boring, but it's kind of boring. But it's not boring. You get what I'm saying. Mars. Let's move on to Mars. Mars. This might be controversial, but I think Mars is overrated. Um, Mars is overrated for sure. Um, I feel like Mars. The problem with Mars is that I don't know. We've been there a lot of times, and which isn't wrong. Which it's good. It's really good. We're getting good research done there. But I feel like because we've been there so many times, it's kind of overrated. Um, it's red. It's a lot smaller than you think. I don't know if that's a good positive or negative in your eyes, but I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. Mars in my mind, Mars is it's lower. It's nice, but it's C tier with Venus. No, you know what? Venus is D tier. This carbon thing is really bothering me. Mars is C tier. So look at that. Mars, I've ranked Mars the second highest planet in the inner solar system, so you can't be mad about that ranking. And let's get to the outer planets. Good stuff is coming here. Jupiter, big boy, really big boy. We got the red spot, the storm. I mean, it's giant. Could have been a star if it was bigger. That's cool. Um, Jupiter's S tier, man. That's just I'm all about being big body. Jupiter's super big body. I appreciate that. I love Jupiter. It's S tier. It's better than the Earth. You heard it here first. Saturn. Saturn. I mean, Saturn's really pretty as well. The rings, they're really pretty. Ice, rock, all these different rings. Tons of cool moons. Same with Jupiter. Got tons of moons around it, which we'll discuss later. It's not Jupiter, but Saturn's also really cool. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Saturn's gonna go in A tier with the Earth. That's a really good ranking. You can't hate on that. Uranus. Uranus. Uranus is the opposite of Mars. Uranus, it's underrated. You heard it here first. I'm just gonna be doing Dylan Burgers. You heard it here first, over and over again. So if he sees this, don't copyright me. But Uranus is it's underrated. It's spinning on its side. That's pretty interesting. I feel like a lot of kids made some bad jokes about Uranus, and I'm not gonna say them. This is a child friendly channel, but I don't know. Figure it out yourself. But I feel like because of that, Uranus is underrated. Uranus It's handled bullying for much of its life. B tier. Uranus, we're putting you in the B tier. Now Neptune. I don't know. Neptune. The thing is about Neptune is it's pretty, but you need more. I need substance, Neptune. I need more from you. I feel like this whole video is gonna get it's I'm gonna be stumbled across by like NASA, and this is not gonna happen. But this is what I'm envisioning in my mind is like some NASA scientists see this, and then each person who's studying each different celestial body is gonna either praise me or attack me. So I don't know. I'm putting Neptune in E tier. It is what it is. It's not that interesting to me, but I mean, more interesting than most things in the world because it's a planet. So now we're done with the planets. Let's get into the sun. I mean, the sun, solar flares, those magnetic fields, nuclear fusion. I mean, the sun is S tier. It's the closest star. Lots of energy coming out from the sun. I mean, can you really hate on that? The sun is S. The sun is definitely S tier. I'm strong. I'm feeling more firm as I think about it. The sun is definitely S tier. Um, Next, we've got Europa and Enceladus. A lot of people maybe don't know about these, but these are moons in the outer solar system. They're both believed to have liquid water. I might be a little biased here, someone who wants to be an astrobiologist, but that's super cool. Um, they've got ice crusts. I mean, just really cool places. Maybe they have life. That's interesting. Maybe better life than here. S tier. Europa and Enceladus, they're definitely in the S tier. The moon. The moon. I mean, tides. There's a man on it. We've been there. Or have we? Was it fake? Comment down in the description. Comment down in the description. Comment below. Comment below if the moon is the moon landing was real. It was real, by the way. So don't comment if you think it wasn't real. Um, but the moon is pretty important. We wouldn't be alive here without it. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's not the Earth, but it's part of our system. So Bennu. I don't know if you know about Bennu. Bennu is an asteroid. There's fear. There's some fear. Really small chance. Don't go up in outrage, but there's some small fear that it could hit Earth. And on this kid-friendly channel, we don't like violence. So automatic F tier to anyone who promotes violence. Bennu, don't hit the Earth, please. And don't get mad about this and hit the Earth because of that. Pluto. If Bennu hits the Earth, by the way, it's not my fault. Don't blame me. I know you all were going to blame me, but don't blame me. Pluto. 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 I feel like I've fallen into this trap, and I think a lot of other people have too, in overhyping Pluto because of the fact that it got demoted from being a planet. I mean, it's cool. It's orbit. It's all funky. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but this is like the ecliptic, and Pluto's orbit's like this. All the other planets are kind of like just about riding around on the plane of the ecliptic. But Pluto said, "I'm not doing that." But it's not a planet, and you know what? I don't know. Pluto's D tier. Pluto's D tier to me. No, Pluto's E tier. I'm gonna put Pluto in E tier. It's just not that interesting. Um, Next we've got Charon. Charon, you might not have heard of Charon. Charon is a moon, Pluto's largest moon actually, and Pluto's about half the size of Charon, which is super interesting. Imagine if the moon was half the size as the Earth. Actually, the center of the orbit between them is not in Pluto. It's actually like in space in between them, so they're both orbiting around a point in space, which is really cool. Actually, Charon raises Pluto in my mind. We're gonna put them both in the D tier. They're both pretty interesting. Not that interesting, but just because of the fact that the center of their orbit is in neither of them raises them up for me. Um, let's go on to the hypothetical planet nine. Some people think it could be a primordial black hole or another planet. Essentially, I don't know if you haven't heard about the hypothetical planet nine. There's a bunch of solar system objects that are outside of Neptune, and there's kind of a clumping of a lot of them around this certain ring away from the sun. And the thought is that there's this ninth planet that we can't see. Maybe it's a black hole. It's causing that attraction of these other objects that we can see. I think that's super interesting. If it was a black hole, automatic S tier, but we don't know what it is. So as a result, A tier. A tier it is. And last we have Titan. Titan is pretty cool. Titan's a moon of Jupiter. It's a It has a hydrocarbon fluid all over, like liquid ocean, but it's not water. It's hydrocarbons like methane, ethane. That's pretty interesting, I think. You know what? Titan's gonna go in the B tier. It's a pretty cool moon. I like a lot of the moons. I hot take. Maybe the moons are better than the planets. That's my hot take of the day. Um, and with that, you see it here. You've heard it here first. Not physics after hours, but you've heard it here first. We've ranked them. We've ranked all the planets. We've ranked some other celestial bodies. If you agree with me, comment below. If you disagree, like the video and don't comment because your opinion is useless. Thank you for watching. Keep it loopy.